Matthew. So, as you said, CNBC turned to applied game theorists, and we asked them simply, we formed to form a prediction on the future of the Quad. And in short, what the game theory model told us is that the Quad looks like it's here to stay, and it will become more important, more central to policymaking in the future. The model the theorists built indicated that there will be greater unity among the individual four Quad nations, sort of shared purpose, and also that generally they're going to be more focused on Indo-Pacific maritime security.
Okay, tell us about which other nations could get drawn closer to the Quad and what implications this could have for the Indo-Pacific. I assume it's not going to be called the Quad then if other members join in.
Yeah, well, indeed, the findings from the game theory algorithm also predicted that other countries beyond the Quads and not Quad members would come into alignment with the Quad on maritime security. Now, that does not mean that they will join the Quad. The Quad is a flexible group, and one of the strengths, actually, that experts have said to me that the Quad has is that countries can come in and work with it as they wish and then dip back out. So, but what we did find in terms of countries that that the model predicted will work with the Quad included the United Kingdom, it included Canada, France, some of these countries that are kind of geographically far afield. South Korea, which isn't on the South China Sea, but which has a heavy dependence on trade routes that flow through the South China Sea. Also, another country that came up, a little bit closer to home for me, of course, is Singapore. And also, interestingly, it predicted Vietnam, which, as you know, Kamala Harris visited recently, not that they would align with the Quad, but that Hanoi would come closer to the Quad position. In fact, specific to Vietnam, the model forecasts support for the Quad in some parts of the government in Hanoi, just not quite enough to get them over the line.
All right. What's been the reaction to the study so far? Have some of the experts that you've been speaking to agreed with the findings?
I've spoken to experts both who took part in helping to create the inputs into the model and others on the outside. And by and large, they have agreed with those two major predictions that I just laid out for you. One being that the Quad will become more central to things and more unified. And secondly, that other countries would kind of dip in and work with the Quad. I should point out as well that we ran this model before the United Kingdom and announced that it was going to be helping to provide nuclear submarines to Australia. So we've already seen some of the predictions that the model made that have come to fruition.
All right, Ted, great stuff. It's really fascinating reading. Thanks very much for joining us on the show. And if you want to find out more, be sure to check out the full findings of our game theory Quad study. You just have to go over to cnbc.com and it is all there for you.